Oblivion is tearing up the sky. Cities are being burned. Monsters from hell itself are clawing through portals. Reality itself is unraveling. The Prince of Destruction is clawing his way into the world, and yet, the baker is still selling bread. Guards are still asking if he heard about the Fighters Guild. So here's the question. Why isn't anyone panicking? Is this just outdated AI design from 2006, or is there something more unsettling happening beneath the surface? Minor spoilers ahead. Let's dig in. When you first arrive in Cyrodiil, one thing becomes immediately clear. The people are strangely detached. Kvatch is a rare exception. There you see refugees, you hear trauma, you witness destruction, but if you leave that bubble, the tone changes. Shopkeepers still welcome you with rehearsed politeness.
Well met.
Priests offer generic blessings.
Well met.
Random citizens discuss rumors like it's just another market day. Yes, some guards mention the gates opening and some NPCs vaguely reference the mythic dawn, but it never really evolves. There's no crescendo of fear, no visible escalation. It's easy to chalk this up to game design limitations. Oblivion's Radiant AI was revolutionary at the time, but it's still primitive. Bethesda didn't have the resources to make every town react dynamically to the crisis. But if you stop there, you miss something more interesting. Denial isn't just a bug in Oblivion, it's baked into the world's soul. You see it in the Temple District, where citizens whisper about the gods but never question their silence. You see it in the petty gossip of nobles in Skingrad, or the lazy arrogance of guards in Breville. There's a pervasive sense that if you pretend hard enough, the danger won't be real. This mirrors something deeply human. In real life, when catastrophe strikes, disasters, invasions, societal collapse, societies often default to denial, not because they're stupid, but because acknowledging the truth would collapse the illusion of control. Cyrodiil is a land of rituals and repetition, of tradition, and when that structure starts to crack, people retreat inward. The Emperor is dead. His heirs are gone, the dragon fires are extinguished, and yet the Empire keeps pretending it's still whole. You meet counselors still obsessed with court politics, guards still operate like nothing has changed, citizens cling to the image of imperial stability even as the world burns. This is more than just stagnation, it's denial institutionalized. The Empire itself has become a ghost, an echo of its former glory, propped up by ceremony, bureaucracy, and memory. Underneath the stone streets of Cyrodiil are ruins of the Ayleid Empire, and beneath that, the whispers of the Daedra. The cycles of destruction repeat, but the people at the top would rather polish the statues than face the fire. Oblivion isn't just breaking through the sky, it's already infected the Empire from within. When systems fail, people don't just panic, they search for meaning. That's where faith comes in. But in Oblivion, the nine divines feel distant, powerless. Their priests offer comfort, not intervention. Meanwhile, the mythic dawn gains followers, and what do they offer? Certainty. They say the world should end, that Dagon isn't chaos, but truth. They offer believers a way to matter, and they do it by weaponizing despair. The mythic dawn doesn't need to convince you with facts, they just need you to feel like there's nothing left to lose. In real-world history, doomsday cults thrive when people feel powerless. If your leaders have failed, your gods are silent, and your society lies to itself, then at least the apocalypse feels honest. Many NPCs in Oblivion aren't panicking because deep down they might think the world deserves to end, or at the very least, they've stopped believing it could be saved. Cyrodiil itself is a myth. The very idea of the Empire was built on conquest, magic, and forgetting the past. Even the land is strange. Why does every city feel like a disconnected world? Why is there so much silence, so many ruins no one speaks of? Because Tamriel has always hidden its rot with beauty. You, the player, become the myth breaker. You walk through the illusion, you see the cracks, but the people don't want to see, because to see means to change, and change is terrifying. So they shop, they sleep, they worship, and they hope that if they just keep going, maybe they won't wake up. Maybe Oblivion's world isn't broken. Maybe it's a warning, because the most chilling thing about the Oblivion crisis isn't the Daedra. It's how normal everything feels, how people adapt, how they normalize the end. So next time you walk past a burning gate and you hear an NPC just casually say,
"Always a pleasure,"
don't just laugh. Ask yourself what you would do, because sometimes the greatest horror isn't the fire outside, it's the silence within.